Hello everyone, my name is Hansel from Hanimations. Hanimations is a company that does majorly animations, and so today the reason why I'm doing this video is to make a tutorial that will show you a quick process of what I do to create some of the characters we use in our projects. Mainly the software I use to do the character design, mostly it's Illustrator, but you can even do this in Photoshop, so one or the other you can always use, but I prefer Illustrator. So let's jump straight into it. So we are going to create a new file. Since it's just for illustration purposes, there's no need of us going HD. We can use the print and go A4 so that we do A4 portrait, so that we don't really have to stretch a lot, don't have to stretch our graphics also a lot. So once we've created this artboard on Illustrator, as of now it's still untitled, but I'll title it when I'm saving. And so one of the tips I can give you that has helped me when I'm doing character design is that you have to be good. You have to have a good knowledge of shapes and also colors, because it is a combination of shapes and colors that will create will make your animation look better than others, so to say. So we're going to create an animation of a male character, a man, and so let's jump into it. So to start with the head, we go to the shapes tools, and you can pick any shape you want. It doesn't have to be the shape that I pick. So to do that, you have picked the rounded rectangle. Because the radius is too small, I'll have to add, I think I need to rather increase the radius. Yes, this one looks better compared to what we had earlier. So for the head, it's not really complicated to create the head. So after we've created that, I prefer when designing, you just leave the stroke and the fill, so that it shows you, it gives you more visibility as you create, when you're creating as you move along. So we're going to try to create the eyes, the nose, the mouth, the ears, and we'll see if it needs a heart later on. So one of the things you need to do is to copy this shape, and the easiest way to copy on Illustrator is to hold Alt with your keyboard, with your mouse, drag, and just like that we have copied that shape. We might need such a shape later, that is why I've seen the need to copy it. So for the eyes, we'll use the ellipse tool and create a circle, and we'll divide this circle into half or into two, depending on how you see it. But for me, I'll just do the half. There's many ways of dividing a circle into two, but I find this one easier using the shape builder tool. I put a rectangular shape at half the circle, then using the rectangular builder shape, I simply click on the parts, delete the parts I don't want, and remain with the parts I need. So I'm not deleting this other half because I might need it later, you never know. There's still so many other things we need to create, so there's no need of deleting it. So that's basically the basic part of the eye. So to create the corner around the pupil, sometimes I do circles. Then we use the align tool just to make sure both shapes are properly aligned. Then we duplicate the circle and reduce the size so that we can create the pupil. So with that, you'll have created one of the eyes. You can group for now so that when you're resizing it becomes easier. So we bring it to the basic shape of the head and see how it looks. Roughly, it looks good. Yeah, I think it looks good to me. So with that, you may have created the, may have already created the eyes. And so for the nose, we can use this shape, the rounded rectangle that we put here. So I've just simply duplicated it so that I still retain one of the original shapes. So I will do away with the top part. Because I just need the lower part. So I'll reduce the size, still too big, reduce the size, put it right there, somewhere in the middle there. So for the mouth, I'll use this other half that I had created. Then maybe rotate it at 180 degrees, like that. Then we'll need another circle. Oh, sorry, I made a mistake. We shouldn't have rotated. Yes, it should have just remained that way. So we can go here and we create a circle depending on how you want the mouth to look like. That is entirely up to you. There is no, like we can say, by the book way of making or creating a mouth. So again with the shape builder, I build these shapes, delete that, then simply like that I group. Simply like that I will have created a simple mouth. So basically that's the head. Of course we'll add the ears, and maybe if we need a beard we can put a beard. So I want to align these two. Yeah, basically that's the mouth. So what else are we going to create for the head? We'll try create the ears. I duplicate this again, then divide it into two. using shape builder again. Delete this. Reduce the size. Then bring one side on one side of the ear, the other one on the other side. And there we are. We've built our character. The head is basically done. Nothing really much to add. Whatever we need to add, we can add later. So we group them. Once we group them, we try to align to artboard so that it's at the center. So you can reduce the size so that you can create space for the torso. So the torso is pretty simple. We just need to copy that other shape. And that will be our torso. Yeah, so if you want to create the neck, you're at liberty to do so. But it's not hard to create the neck. Simply simply copy that. Then use that same shape to create the neck. Just as simple as that, you've created the neck. As simple as that, you've created the neck. So for the limbs, that would be the feet, and the arms. You'd still do the rounded rectangles, but for this time we'll reduce the radius So with the arms and the legs also, it's up to you to decide what kind of a character you're designing. There is nothing to be done here by the book. Like, it's not a must. It's not a must for you to stick to. If you feel there's a better way of you doing it, then I encourage you to do it. So once I'm done with one side of the limbs, I come transform, reflect, do a preview of what I'm reflecting. Then you don't hit OK, but you hit copy so that it copies on your behalf. Then you just drag and drop it here. So you see, just as simple as such, we've already created the hands, the arms of the character. With the same rounded rectangle that we will use to create the leg.